an attempt, and PACIFIC is no problems dealing with it. Great combo there on top of Buzz to get him down with the paint shells. And then Meteor just, yeah. Yep. I mean, look, folks, saw that first map, you got to be thinking, oh boy, PACIFIC is cooked, it's over. No, this is PACIFIC. We've seen this way too many times. They are never cooked.
See, not only just that, but also, first game back.
Right, that's exactly it.
Even a team like PACIFIC, you set high expectations. They can have some stumbles. I think Meteor has a Marshall and doesn't miss those.
He's just so good with that gun. It's unfair. Now you can't really mess with it.
Forsaken going to be picking up Marshall, carrying it forward. No, gets the hip fire, looking for the follow-up shot, but Izu with that Sheriff will be able to put him down. Jing at the same time, able to go ahead, come across with a kill, getting rid of Meteor. Bulldog in hand.
Spike planted.
Spike will get planted. We go to a 3v3 for PACIFIC. It's about avoiding any additional damage. This is where the costly weapons really start to hurt. Izu tucked away behind the steel box here. Gets a spot up, gets the headshot. Jing taken down, looks for the other, gets him. As it's now something on his lonesome Guardian in hand, 24 HP.
Oh boy.
And it looks like the call is made to retain the Guardian, to go for the save. T1 immediately equalize and tie things up 1-1. That is catastrophic.
This is one of those things that good teams do. They win ecos. They win rounds they shouldn't because they have players who are so good with those lower buy weaponries, whether it be Izu with the Sheriff, Meteor with the Marshall. Those things are difference makers. They're economy breakers. They're momentum swingers. And this shot right there, so clean. Okay, Forsaken. That's pretty nasty on the Buzz. And then Izu, so patient there. Waited for the players to get onto site. And he was never identified. He knew that he had that space clear because the other teammates were on the tower side of things. He knew that he could hide there and they weren't going to be able to get the spot on him. PACIFIC is paying a hefty toll. Jing gonna be getting one away from that showstopper though with that orb grab. He's able to utilize that utility nicely. T1, patience is the virtue right now. Knowing that, you could see one of those PACIFIC sort of combo plays, especially with the Tejo in effect. And of course, Forsaken has to continue his Agent World Tour.
Yep. Comes out, gotta play it.
That's correct.
Playing new agents is, I don't know, like a consumer buying every generation of iPhone that comes out.
Sure.
Gotta have it. The megapixels.
It's like Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reference I can pick out of that.
Well, already a good amount of damage taken here on the side of PACIFIC. Jing, Divide, both down to 30-some HP. Something looking to join them in that metric. Stealth spot going to be sent forward. Buzz spotting one, something going to be taken down. Looks for a reposition. Divide with a nice peek out. Gets a headshot there on a Meteor, but Izu across the way, catches a glimpse, and Buzz will find a second.
One enemy remaining.
Looks like there's the closeout. Stacks able to go ahead and steady the spray. T1 now up 2-1.
Crossfire so good here. And so, a couple of the things that I had in my notes coming into this season for T1. First and foremost was they actually set up a lot of trap plays. You're not going to see it in this round. But the other thing was their teamwork and their post plans were so good in the offseason. Like, those were the things that really weren't there against Boom as much. Eventually, it started to feel like it. But on Bind, and now again here on Fracture, you're starting to see more of that. You're starting to see that teamwork. You're starting to see those really annoying post plans. Same kind of setup. This time it's just a flirtation here. Maybe to bait out the showstopper.
It worked a treat if that was the intention.
That was so good.
T1 got exactly what they wanted. Now you're looking to try to push their way forward onto the site and immediately Divide gets his head taken clean off. Sylvan, absolute beaming him down.
Spike planted.
It's so good, man.
Sylvan taking a shot, peels off some of the pressure here as they push in towards Stacks. Split himself though, will fall. Forsaken coming away with one. Jing jumping up over the top of the box, able to find the enemy breach, but Buzz just peeks out through that sewer and immediately counter rotates back around towards Arcade. Mind Freak Vulnerable up.
Player standing.
Meteor finds one, and Izu go ahead and pick apart Forsaken. The first rifle round goes the way of T1. Paper X have their economy broken wide open.
It's just so good. The way that they play this. Sylvan. Disgusting stuff. Stacks holding the line. Please explain yourself on this one, Jing. God, that's so good. And everybody just knows their role, knows their job, and they're executing it to perfection. That's really what T1 needs to just keep doing. They're one away from a couple big ults. Showstopper, Rolling Thunder, almost online.
Hero Bulldog here in the hands of Jing. Sheriffs across the board for everybody else. Buzz, oh, okay, it's gonna get taken down as Jing mows down 3 players. Poland from Stacks gets the connection. He would love to get the orb. But he needs Meteor to get in some kind of position. But okay, this is the most Paper X round you could possibly ask for. Weapons upgraded, collected as they look for a flawless Thrifty to give themselves a second round win.
Match pertama di ban.
For the stun out Meteor. Still though,
Kalah
commands
T1
respect.
guys. 13-6.
Finds the first. Looks for the second. Something with a quick little jiggle out flash. Turn from 3 players. Effectively stacked up.
X.
He cannot drag it across.
Bisa
There's the Thrifty confirmed off the back of Jing with a
Menangkan
4K.
match ini.
And Alex can breathe a sigh of relief alongside the PRX faithful.
This is just a great read from Paper Rex. Somehow able to scrape together a Bulldog and put it to phenomenal use. I mean, they knew that somewhere on the map, T1 was going to want an orb. And they picked the correct one and just nailed it. The backup there with the breach util as well for Jing. And the hard read pays off. I mean, that's something that Boom was doing so well. Let's see if Paper X can find a few more. This time around, it's going to be the showstopper, although I don't imagine this connects with anything.
You would think not.
Yeah, take that. Take that, stealth drone.
For the suppress there, can't find it. Stacks holding here over towards rope at Sands.
Oh.
For the concuss out, push out of the smoke. Stacks is fully blinded up,
Oh.
still however able to find one. Clears out that Boom bug. Now
Oh.
Meteor swings back around to try to keep protected, but Forsaken
3-3
comes up with
guys.
both. A 3v3. The Armageddon available. Goes across the site, the door opened up. Buzz able to find one divide, trading back the other. He's eaten quite a bit of damage and now will get taken down. Izu trying to hold his ground, brings it to a 1v1. The steady inch forward, something trying to go for the tap. Buzz is at the ready, finds the kill, and T1 will maintain a lead.
Yeah, I mean, Paper X has to play the beginning of this round the way they do because the showstopper is available. This makes a ton of sense the way they begin this. And then again, the immediate backup from Meteor to help out Stacks. Yes, Forsaken, great double kill. But then they're just gonna hold this door in numbers and win their trades. And then Buzz able to take the slightly unexpected position. I think there was about to be a tap there from something to try to suss out where Buzz was, but Buzz was already bussing. Here he goes again.
It's just basically same setup. Waits here, sends out the relay, tucks back.
Dapat
Turn on the
satu.
corner, Sylvan going to be taken down as Forsaken's finding one, but Stacks immediately keeps it traded. Ping reveals, Forsaken's just overwhelmed, can't make anything happen there. Buzz to a roaring start here on the map. Izu joins the fray. By taken down, but Jing, snappy headshot, has that showstopper available once again as paint shells get rid of Stacks. He swung into it knowing that if he swung out into the open, he was going to be dead either way. Showstopper absolutely
nice.
destroys, and Jing will continue to keep this competitive. 1 round separating.
And this right here, folks, is why you stick this guy on raids all the time. He does stuff that few others can on this agent. That is just tremendous. It looked like it was going to be another T1 round, and I was just getting so ready to compliment the way that they're showing little variations in the way that Buzz is attempting to take space on A Hall. It's, you know, in the pistol round, it was a full push out. Then it was the bait for the showstopper. This round, it's a short change up where they've got reinforcements there to try to make those trades, and they look so good, but then Jing shows up, finds the perfect timing on the paint shells to catch the plant, and then the showstopper to boot.
He's going for the
Masih
last
KA.
pack forward on top of the box. Classic setup there from Jing, but no one there to get caught by it. Izu trying to challenge here against Divide. Both of them taking quite a bit of damage here. Tries to escape back around the corner, but eventually Killjoy will get caught.
Now you've got Rolling Thunder, Lockdown, Orbital Strike.
Meteor, he is on a hell of a walkabout at the moment.
Yeah, well, this is so challenging right now for Paper Rex.
Lob in on the paint shells, just keeping this rope access controlled. Meteor slowly, steadily encroaching on their position. Rolling Thunder crashing across, connecting on absolutely everyone. Opens up with the spray, and Meteor somehow only going to be able to find one. Mindfreak does well to get the headshot, but it seems like that is more than enough for Paper Rex to go ahead and call the retreat. No way else to try to play this one through. T1 will once again knock back PRX, maintain that 2-round advantage.
Going to keep the Orbital Strike as well for Sylvan. Stacks searching for a gun upgrade. Gonna get it. They're gonna go hunting.
Oh.
Snappy from Stacks. Swaps back over. 2 weapons retained here for the side of Paper Rex. The economy on both sides is not particularly strong. No one has any money. Gen Z America in here.
Aw.
Surely one day we'll all buy houses. But T1, oof. Still having some critical ultimates available. Paper Rex, I mean, deck is fairly stacked for them. Rolling Thunder, the Lockdown, Orbital Strike.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good. So you've got a lot of map control right now. As Paper Rex should have a pretty good idea that either they're stacked up in tree or they're coming from the other side of the map. And oh, it's such a good dodge. So they exactly, all their attention should be turning towards arcade or towards dish. You know that it's almost certainly one of those.
Belinya ulti di tanam ya. Biasanya kalau main di vector sekarang ulti kerja bukan di sana. Oh, bisa dihancurin sama Tejo, bro. Skill Tejo, skill pasif Tejo, guys. Oh, what the hell is that?
But it's chaos. The T1 is driving in. 2 players lost. Orbital Strike going to be sent out, but it doesn't find anyone.
Oh, what happened, guys?
Spike planted.
Kok nggak sinkron ya mainnya?
There's a riot going on around Devi, and he's just strolling through there, walking the park. He's got 3 rifles, got the Rolling Thunder. Is this just another save?
And based on Jing's movements, unless he's really wary about a deep flank, but yeah, the call to save is going to have to be made.
Mereka bakalan nge-save lagi, guys.
We'll get to 6 at least here on this attack now.
Nge-save lagi, bro.
Just continued dominance. And it looks like they're going to try to go on the hunt here, wanting to get these weapons out of hand, because now even their cache starting to get built up quite nicely. And otherwise, it may just be a flawless unless they manage to cross paths here with something and lose out on a player.
Coba. Wah, timingnya
Back
bangke.
around the corner if he goes for a re-peek.
Boom.
Goes for it,
Dapat
finds it.
tuh.
Okay, flawless does get avoided.
Nice something.
Still, the situation doesn't become much better here for PRX. It looks
Seharusnya
like maybe
time out sih ini
at
bro,
long last
karena
call.
bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
benar gua kan. Oh, time out nih, bro.
It's been quite interesting. I think another thing that
PX bagi gua
I would like to kind of mention is, you know, the storylines for T1 coming into this year is they are obviously star-studded. They are very talented individually. And in a match like this, where it gets scrappy, where it gets down in the mud, their individual mechanics are still just so good. They can square up right against a team like Paper Rex. This is their wheelhouse. And, you know, you saw it last year with Gen G, who's just got so much firepower. They can fight their way through some bad situations. And still some good reads from T1, of course.
Kalian itu harus gini,
But when they've been challenged,
dan
when
gini.
Paper Rex has tried to get tricky, tried to get creative,
Jangan kayak
a lot of the time it's been thoroughly well handled because the coordination is there, because the teamwork is there. You've been able to shut a lot of the trickery down.
Let's
This
go.
round, just same thing.
Round 10.
So for Paper Rex,
6-3
love to convert here
untuk
because the
T1.
cash is not so good.
Apakah Paris
Once again, behind all of this,
berhasil
now T1 has started to bank up an economy. I mean, there was a moment there where it was kind
mereka
of
akan pulang.
iffy for both sides.
Halo Wira.
T1 is thriving. Sylvan still has his orbital strike. Here goes Jing. There you go. There's that box.
Attempt once again, but everybody's north side, unfortunately. T1 just playing away
Ingat
from
gue
any
nggak
kind of potential
bangket.
crunch.
Ingat dong, saya ingat gue Wira.
Decent idea of what
Thank you yang udah
direction
mampir
we're
ya.
going to be looking to try to pull, but that being said, they haven't scaled forward towards the site. Meteor waiting to try to go for yet another long lurk.
It's a pretty unorthodox setup.
Okay, well, Aftershock gets sent through. Buzz out ahead of this lockdown. Sent in, and
dapat
Forsaken
Forsaken.
reads it well. Meteor going to be taken down.
Sepertinya T1 akan rotate,
And
guys.
this game plan here has completely been undone as Buzz as well gets found over in A main.
Oh, this is quite interesting.
Rotate
Didn't want to
KB.
invest the orbital strike to clear the
Oleh
lockdown.
Tejo.
Gonna try the other side of the map.
Digunakan
And
oleh
Paper X is
Forsaken.
well aware. Everybody is hustling to get to the other side. Now you got Forsaken up in
Heaven
tower
satu.
with the Tejo.
Kan ini dapat sih harusnya nih. Boom.
Finds the
Wah,
rope.
wah dia nggak pakai
Shots
itu.
there across onto Stacks.
Dia pakai Gordian, cuy.
This is going out. Mind Freak finding one.
nice
And there's the
one.
cleanup. Something
Clean
comes up
up
with two quick
something.
kills. Paper X.
Yuk, let's go, Brex.
Timeout call leading.
Salah. Masa nggak bisa kejar
Very
sih?
necessary round victory. Count just down to 2. Still an opportunity for them to make this a 6-6 and rescue this half.
Yeah.
Already though, doing well to get to where they're at.
Taking control of the tunnels is going to be really key. Don't let Meteor live down there. You know, don't let him be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You don't want to let them come out. Because Meteor's been down there a lot and he's been causing problems. So
Gimana kabar lu, Wira?
pretty smart.
Perfeksinya kan?
is that one? They're still turtles, right? Like
Sama
they still have
apa
some
tuh?
cartoons.
Oke. Dapat itu banyak tuh.
Jing got away.
Ente Jing.
Would've been absolutely insane, but it's going to be Buzz and Easy finding one apiece here as Mind Freak stunned up, trying to push forward. Shorty in hand, Buzz will be able to cut him down to size. Push for Divine. Able to get the kill here on the Meteor, but now before losing out on one of his teammates. Gets a second, but cannot try to drag them back into this. 3 players left standing as T1
Last round in the half.
get up 7-4, looking for an 8-4 half.
Yeah, this is just kind of a Jing special. He had this space completely open in the previous round, thought he could just get there for free, or maybe it'd just be, you know, Meteor out there like we saw with Forsaken challenging him out in that space. Instead,
Kabarnya gimana, Bang Ket? Alhamdulillah gue baik.
it's a lot of T1.
Alhamdulillah bro, baik bro.
And,
Gimana kabar lu,
don't
bro?
go so good. But that's okay, because if they can get this round, honestly, it's a pretty fine half, I think, for Paper X on this defender side.
Yeah, it certainly will look a lot better than it
Ntar gue
is
rencananya
now.
mau live 12 jam bro ya. Ntar lu temanin gue bro ya.
Currently playing over towards A, but everybody from T1 getting clustered up and ready to attack on B.
Anjay.
Alarm bot
Sorry,
further down,
belakang
shows up
ini
at
jarang
ready.
mampir,
Easy
nggak apa-apa.
trying to lead the charge, but Ching!
Nice!
Up over the
Jing!
top here.
Dapat 2 Jing, guys.
Both duelists, Easy Buzz absolutely get destroyed. Armageddon trying to slow up the rest of the approach here. Stacks not
Untung nggak
quite
dapat.
ready for that peek into the smoke.
Dari
Cannot
tanah
find the
ya?
punish. Meteor climbing down from
Nah,
tower, peeks out, finds one, but Stacks
Ayo,
is dead.
Killjoy
Spike
Heaven
is
ya.
stranded.
Bisa lah, something.
As is
Dapat
Meteor.
something. Nice
Will
something.
fall. 7-5 here at the half. Paper X running it back.
Nice. Apakah Pers
Well, this
akan
is just-
comeback bro?
What you love about Paper Rex is the creativity. And yes, okay, the previous round didn't look that great from Jing, but this one looks amazing. And he has had some absolutely brilliant rounds. That is good. Oh my. But the positioning alone is what really makes the difference. Something you don't really expect.
Oke deh, nanti kita siapkan pakai data yang
Setups
banyak.
that they are going to
Siap
show
bro,
you are going
siapkan
to catch
sebanyak
you off guard
banyaknya.
sometimes.
Tapi gue rencananya sebelum bulan puasa ya. So ntar gue bikin ya apa dah.
Really find a good read, and that situation right there was perfect. So over to the defender side for T1, can they?
Ntar gue kasih tahu seharinya atau 2 hari sebelum gue live
Starting to
streaming.
look like maybe, and Jing in particular, looked hot as heck on that raise. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
Gue bukan mau
two solid maps here
main
for
satu game langsung tamat guys ya. Ada beberapa game yang mau gue mainkan.
Lone attacker coming into this one. We'll see what Team 1 are able to do with this double duelist comp now pivoting over onto the defense. Paper X. Good in these pistols so far. It's really, not being able to close out that anti-eco that leads to T1 having such a strong half here. They can get another pistol. Boy, that tiny little mistake. And just maybe we'll be going over to split.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really a big key. This pistol round is super pivotal.
Super.
And
Setelah dari Epic Game kemarin tuh banyak game yang gratis bagus-bagus guys. Gue pengen main itu bro.
just a matter of with their double duels.
Oh, nggak apa-apa Wira. Thank you Wira ya.
The team on the other side.
Thank you Wira sudah mampir. Gue bentar lagi tahlilan. Tahlilan siapa lu?
Quick push out for Buzz.
Oh, yep,
Nope.
well, met with Flash. Have to try to back away, but fault line.
Thank you,
looks
Wira,
to
sudah
lock
mampir
them
ya.
in place. Relay bolt going to be sent out as everybody just kind of stuns each other and then backs off.
A little bit of pushing and shoving there. But now you've got T1 kind of pinned. However,
Siap Wira. Thank you Wira.
turret there will check if push continues.
Siap bro.
Just need to hold the line a little bit.
Up on the orbit. Okay, double push up from Izu and Sylvan, but they're about to meet the full
Potet
fighting
ditunggu oleh
force
dua.
here of Paper Rex.
Coba, dapat
We'll
tuh satu.
find one, looking for a
Oke,
little bit
dapat
more.
lagi.
Some solid damage. Delta's Mind Freak falls down to 5, but cannot equalize the kill
Udah gue
count.
lag sama Sir. Thank you Wira ya. Thank you
Buzz
so
tries
much
to get
bro.
into position.
Stealth drone isn't going to see him because of the smokes. Oh, it did.
No,
Oh, no, it did not.
not getting the ping.
Oh, that's
Slides out.
nice.
Forsaken,
Forsaken.
absolutely on it there.
Namanya one tap.
Finds the kill and now is down to Meteor. As the smokes both get ready to dissipate simultaneously. Plant coming through. Forsaken taken down. Jing
Nice.
will be the finisher. Paper X close out the pistol. 3-1 in that regard. Now just one round away from tying things up.
Yeah, they're feeling it now. Calls are looking quite good. You know, there was just too much going on that B side, and they make the call to change to the other side of the map, and it is 100% the right one. God, that is a good shot, Forsaken. Absolutely nasty.
Absolutely.
Jing continues to be very rock solid for them. 14 and 6 on the map. And they are looking to tie this one up. A little bit of aiming control, maybe. Buzz is actually slow pushing this. Oh, just getting a little bit of info and saying, okay, quite a few members hustle on over. Wouldn't be too surprised if, in Paper X fashion, they just kind of make a go at this A site. Grab of the orb. Full control, just a matter, do they want to pull the trigger or not?
Something with the fault line at the ready. Buzz able to stay away from that. Page
Ooh,
shows
dapat
go
tuh.
under.
Boom.
They both said to try and just
Ooh,
delay here.
nice.
Silva dead. Pushing out of the smoke. Unassisted. Gets his head taken
Nice.
off. And
Oh,
all of a
nice,
sudden, everything
something.
just explodes here for T1. Picked apart one after the other. Meteor, last one alive.
Oke, 7 nih guys.
See if you can deal any kind of damage whatsoever. There's far too many angles to try to clear, but okay. Solid opening shot. Stops it from being a
Dia one tap
flawless.
tuh GG loh guys.
Any more kills found, and then it'll be actual damage dealt. And he will not be able to find it. Forsaken another 3K back-to-back in that regard, and we are tied up at 7-7.
Huge, huge. Now we've got a real series on our hands. It's a little bit lacking. There are only a few half armors that I'm seeing in a regen armor. Nice shots by Forsaken. I think all headshots here. Yep, all 3 sheriff shots are headshots. Disgusting. Starting to come together. A couple bulldogs for Paper Rex. Full rifles.
Because of all those kills, Armageddon there for Forsaken.
Yeah. That's scary. It's going to clear a lot of space on this map. A little bit of a push out. 4-1 split. Info garnered. But no resistance over towards A hall. And now we're starting to see the rotations.
Breaks up this setup here from the Killjoy.
It's nice.
Ripped down one of the nanos, or maybe the alarm bot there on the entry to the site. Gone.
Ooh, nice Jing.
Sylvan caught with the iPad open. Meteor, however, still lingering within the smoke. Swings out,
Ooh,
looks at the
nice.
second, nearly finds it, but can't quite confirm the kill.
Spike planted.
3v4, but Buzz and Stacks immediately. Finding 2 quick kills. By on the peek out. It's a spray across, but the paint shell lands right at his feet.
Bisa kayak itu tembus
Stacks will find
tembusnya.
Jing. 2 players left standing overall. A very solid anti-bonus, or rather,
Izu,
solid bonus attempt, I should say, from the side of Paper X. They do some good damage to the anti-bonus here from T1. T1 will just narrowly regain the lead.
This, I thought, for a moment was cooked. I thought Paper X had the bonus in the bag. This entry catches Sylvan. And then, okay, Meteor's there, but there's a good cover by something to make sure that Meteor can't do any follow-up damage. However, they spread the map a little bit. Stacks and Buzz working together nicely. Again, covering for each other, and then Stacks repositions, finds that off angle, open things up for his teammate. They're able to seal the deal. Something with an operator, attack side. Shouldn't shock anybody.
Something dengan operator.
Be like that. And they're just gonna slow the pace up a little bit. Buzz, the double duelist, on a bit of a walkabout. What does Devi have to say?
10-1. Anticipating it.
Nice,
Absolutely
Devi.
shuts it down.
Smokes down, stim beacon down.
Huge cleanup from Devi. Stacks his sights now, needing to be sent on that side of the map. Meanwhile, the attack and the spike
Devi.
brought forward here in towards A, but Stacks finds that kill. Less of a concern now about that flank. As the aftershock will display something. Needing to reassess that plant spot now. Stealth drone being sent, Meteor at the same time, wrapping around from behind, but Mind Freak reads it, but can't quite get the punish. Meteor now brings it back into a 3v3. Jing, however, has that showstopper in the back pocket.
Right there.
This is so tough.
Oh, itu timingnya, bro.
Oh, the timing.
For the moment, but wants to try to go ahead and get that salvo out. And some but damage not found. Showstopper held. T1 forced back here. Held at bay. Oh, now gone.
Nggak
Off
kena
shot,
itu.
gets the leg hit, but cannot find the kill.
Kena
Forsaken
kakinya
will
doang.
be able to do so back over in Halls. Meteor going to be taken down. Sylvan able to find Jing. 66 health between the two of them. The time just not on their side. T1 will have to call off the attack, and Paper X will tie things up.
It just, again, so many of these rounds, going even all the way back to Bind, come down to just individual micro plays or, you know, these kind of scrappy team fights. But in this case, it's just Devi. Just knocks down 2 instantly. Mr. Reliable. Safe, steady pair of hands. Sure, Stacks and Meteor are able to win a couple flanks on the fights on the flank, but problem becomes is that
They walked into my crosshair.
they walked in my crosshair.
They absolutely did.
You are not wrong. Great crosshair placement, but that showstopper there made things so difficult in the long run. That's truly a big problem. Got to do what you can to keep this operator off balance.
I know that it's still in play. Buzz is trying to get on a little bit more of a forward angle, and it's enough to go ahead and find the kill. Relay Bolt going to be sent forward, and Buzz collects a second.
Aduh. Naik.
Pushes up past that paint shell, but Forsaken covering fire, able to go ahead,
Oh!
find a little bit of
Oh,
kill.
Jinx!
As Jing comes up with 2!
Nice, Jing.
He's down to 10 HP. Sure, a stiff breeze will take him down, but
Oh.
Meteor, okay, there you go. Speaking of, Meteor is that stiff breeze. Devi, once again, lurking forward.
Nice, Devi.
It's a bit of damage. We'll be able to find the kill. And keeps Paper X in a very winnable position. Push forward from Sylvan, wrapping around out of Halls. We'll be able to recover a weapon. Can he clutch this out?
Gee. A difference maker right now. That looked like it had T1 written all over it. They had such a good read.
Alarm bot is there. Oh, no. They recalled. Nanoswarms set up here on the entryway. Right, watching the angle, sends it. Sylvan is already up in front of it, but is not able to cross that first hurdle. Forsaken will go ahead and pick him off. He and Devi now just 1 away from their respective ultimates, and Paper X are in the lead.
This is just another individual outplay. The setup here is so good. They hold that angle, they follow in. Buzz makes the right read here to push ahead of that nade to try to take Jing down, and Jing just counter swings. Comes right back with a 2K of his own. Setup's looking really good right now for Paper X. The responses are starting to come together, and a well-needed timeout here for T1 to try to slow down this Paper X momentum, because, yeah, the rust has been completely removed. They are back to polished form.
First timeout from T1 in the series. Coming in here at a critical juncture. Can they bring this back to parity where Paper X start being able to streak forward? We'll take a look at the economy here in a moment.
Yeah, I think this is a toughie, because some of my ideas are kind of what we saw in that previous round. Just you know, try to cut Paper X off at the point of attack. Maybe you got to find a way to slow Jing down now. Okay, I don't know if Paper X is enough for another operator. Doesn't seem so. But they're so close to some ults, they might be playing for orbs. And it looks like kind of T1 had a similar idea to what we saw in the previous half, where Paper X came through and went to dish, shut down the orb grab from T1.
Maybe attempted a crunch play here on the Devi. As, yep, just takes the rope out towards safety. Punish not found. Shots just kind of dancing in after him, but not finding any kind of contact.
He didn't have any other movement, so the call was to just go right back to B. That was the anticipated move. They are 100% correct. Now you're getting the read off the util as well.
It's lockdown. Nothing really that you're going to be able to do other than match it, so ult for ult will go through. Buzz already anticipating the wrap back around towards that A side.
Akan ngeras GB.
Did Meteor back as well, allowing for that KJ setup to come back into play, but ultimately Paper Rex are just waiting this out. Now the Stim Beacon coming through.
Jing udah masuk guys.
It's ready to rush their way back through. Two Detain actually did come in as well.
Oke, set dia berhasil
Either way,
mengkuasai.
no one going to be getting punished quite just yet, but it's going to be a full 5v5 in the post plant.
It's going to come down to kind of outmaneuver who here. Mindfreak trying to find another angle. Buzz will be coming from the north.
Aftershock crossover towards Canteen, holding them back for the moment. Forsaken has been tagged up. 45 health coming through as there's the Armageddon. Players from T1 widely get up in front of this one. Full flash connecting there onto the Devi, but it doesn't matter. Coming fire immediately comes through from Paper Rex. They absolutely destroy T1. Snacks the last one standing, but not for very long.
Nice, Jing.
Jing rushes forward into the fray, finds the kill, and Paper X now have a 2-round lead.
They're just on top of things, and that attempted retake just gets shut right down. A great flash from something. Really does a good job kind of shutting down Izu. Yeah, he gets taken out quick, but the crossfires are all there. Everybody's so prepared. Good hold. Not a bad read, but the two lockdowns there didn't really make too much of a difference. T1 was never able to really stall or stymie the attempted plant, and they didn't have any ults other than the lockdown that they used previously. Try to do anything about it. Now they've got some ults. Now they've got a showstopper. Now they got a rolling thunder.
Well, they don't have any weapons.
Yeah.
2 sheriffs, a stinger, a ghost.
Buzz has got his ult, so
True.
could be a difference maker.
Well, once again, T1, you can kind of see.
T1 yang memiliki senjata secondary ya.
Here on the B site with just a classic in hand.
Klasik guys.
Everybody now on that approach. And here's the bad news. Spots out the Vi site.
Oke, mereka rotate.
Here for the taking for Paper X.
Let's see what they want to do. It doesn't seem like Buzz is keen to.
Meteor, a little bit of a timing. Pushes out of the smoke, does manage to find one. Shots through, Devi does get flushed out.
Nice try.
Sylvan doing well to find the one before getting taken out, but Jing is still just so damn clean. Looks for a little bit more. There will be something coming away with the kill, but Paper Rex now just 2 away from taking this
Bisa
map.
sih ini extra match guys ya.
I'm still wondering why the overdrive wasn't popped. Whatever.
I don't have an answer for you.
Yep.
I think maybe just, I don't know, the setup, the smokes that were placed here, it's just too hard to try to push out of it with that. I don't know.
Still, it's might as well try.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean, still though, Jing is freaking dialed in. He is.
That's only 110 and 1.
Destroying. I mean, him and Forsaken both, but goodness.
Boom.
Showstopper for Showstopper! See the blast pack. Meteor is able to find the kill here on the Jing. Meanwhile, Snap stave off some pressure. Showstopper not going to find much here from Izu. Paint shell up over the top as Meteor is tucked in alongside the rope. Sylvan sends the orbital strike. A monstrous, crazy, chaotic crashing here.
Wow! What the hell is that, bro?
He thrives in this! Mo's down 4, and my God, I need to see
Absolutely sexy!
What the hell just happened?
What is going on?
So, okay, yeah, this one, it gets a little weird.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Okay.
eat some damage.
Yeah.
And okay.
Second, nice, dude.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, That damn smile.
Itu namanya apa, guys? Peluru
Real from Forsaken takes the kill lead.
peluru apa namanya?
Takes Paper X up to map point. Buzz down. The
Wah,
4 HP. Divine getting pressured out.
Oh.
Gets taken up with Mind Freak. Is able to find 2. And suddenly just Stacks and Meteor left alive. Stacks
Peluru
desperately
nyasar.
trying to fight here
Apakah itu yang
against
dinamakan
Forsaken,
peluru
but he
nyasar,
will be
guys?
struck down. Armageddon sent Meteor already. Shifting away from that position, gets himself set up on B, knows that he needs to do absolutely everything. Self-bot leads in towards Canteen. Ping does not get the reveal. Meteor eats the full flash. Gets a spot out here on the Jing, finds the headshot.
Spike planted.
Something in the corner, plant
Oh.
down Meteor. Looking for the clutch. 9 bullets left. Something cheats his way up in towards tower.
Turn out.
Still a bit of time to work
Yuk,
with.
bisa yuk, bisa yuk.
It's the
The turret
reveal.
confirms the position.
Oh, I thought maybe he was going to keep going backwards, but he thinks it.
Can set up the now, try to deny the peek coming through, taps it, but no, it's been destroyed. He gets a smattering of damage in, but now he's down to just 2 bullets. Now none. Swaps over to the Classic, knows that he needs to try to go ahead and take this fight, but something is not going to give him the opportunity at all. Retaps it, Meteor finds it, but he knows
Extra
that it's
match,
over. There's
guys.
nothing more to be done. 13-8, the spike goes off, and Paper X
Lanjut
take us
ke
to split. We
match
are not done yet.
split, bro.
Well,
Match ketiga.
Paper Rex kept trying to drag him into the mud, and finally, T1 is starting to drown. Even when it looks like T1 has a great play lined up with the ult combo, Forsaken just says no. A 302 ACS for Forsaken on the Taeho. Absolutely phenomenal for Paper Rex. And with the quote-unquote meta comp that we're seeing on Fracture, they look stellar. They look just so hard to break, especially when they get those spikes down. T1 just, the retakes could never come to fruition. And I mean, obviously that Izu play felt like maybe that was going to be a difference maker, but then Jing does this. That 3K with the Bulldog starts spiraling things out of control for T1. I think it's 5 or 6 in a row at the end there for Paper Rex. Just absolutely run away with it.
Like you said, in the end, it looks like the rust has been shaken off that, or maybe bind to something that still needs some work. Either way, Paper Rex showing up here in a big way on Fracture. Take us the distance. They give us exactly what we were asking for here, Paper Thin, and that is a full 6 maps of play here today.
That's
Series
what we wanted.
ramping up, yeah. That's all we wanted, and that is what we are going to get. So not going home anytime soon, it would seem. Split on the horizon, and who in the hell knows what's going to happen over there. I cannot wait to find out. But wait, we shall for just a little bit longer as we get ready to send it back over to the analyst as to break down all of the chaos from Fracture. Mika, take it away.
Absolutely not. Nobody is going home yet. You guys stay right there. You're not leaving because we are getting a map 3. We are going into split, but just to understate this map, this was a very calm map. Don't you agree?
Definitely not. This is chaos. I mean, you had the thrifties, you had multiple big plays, clutches, you know, pistols going back and forth. I think for Paper Rex, this was kind of the chaotic start to the game that maybe they didn't necessarily want getting eco'd in round 2, but then getting their own thrifty later on. You had some vintage Jing raise plays. I think something was a lot more convincing on that init roll this time around. I mean, I know he doesn't have a crazy amount of ACS or anything like that, but the reactive utility from something this game, particularly on their attacking side to shut down those aggressive plays from the double duelists of T1 was very effective. And then again, another Taeho goes ballistic on Fracture here.
Yeah, I much prefer some things Bruce to his Fade, but we're seeing Taeho everywhere now on this map, and I think it will get more and more popular as we go through. Forsaken played that agent really, really well. It was a joy to watch.
I am not surprised at all that it's Forsaken that happens to pick up this agent.
He'll play anything.
I know, every time there's something, you know, there's a new agent, Forsaken's always like, I'm probably gonna pick that up. I mean, he's pretty much played every agent at this point.
Completed Valorant.
Yeah.
He's finished the game.
Exactly. The credits roll when he loads the game, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's looking to finish this series off, as our Paper X. Very slow start on Bind, looked a little bit disjointed. I think shaking off the rust is a very, very good way to put it, because even though the first half was back and forth and T1 was showing us this double duelist style, beating a lot of the Teo utility and forcing their way out sound early on, getting some momentum on the attacking side, Paper X stuck with it, and they, particularly on their attacking side, really turned the game around.
Yeah, this in the first half was the defining fact for me, that PRX tried to take a main control and T1 were able to go fast past it every time. I was really convinced by how T1 played this double duelist versus the KO. It looked very strong, but then as we got towards the second half, things definitely slowed down for them.
Yeah, I mean, the sand plays time and time again seemed like it was finding success. This was a really nice set round in the bonus. You get the stealth drone straight through Arcade, the Armageddon straight through Tower. You get the salvos as well to break the Killjoy utility on the opposite side of the map, where you see the rest of Paper X are preparing to burst through the smoke.
Yeah, this was a lovely little play. And even though they didn't win this round, they managed to kill 3, which is very, very good on your bonus. It makes the buy for T1 much worse into the next round. And obviously they're able to win the round after that and snowball momentum. So on your bonus, any damage is good, but these kind of kills, these kind of rounds are what you're really after on your bonus.
Now, it looks incredibly messy, of course, as you enter those first few seconds into the round. What is it like? Break it down for us as what we're seeing. If, say, point of view of Paper X, what are we dealing with as we enter T1 site?
Oh, in terms of going onto that particular bomb site and that execute?
Yeah.
I mean, for Jing, he's probably getting set up by something in Underpass with the Breach utility, and his whole objective is just to be able to create chaos, get inside of that Jenny smoke, and maybe catch somebody who's trying to flood back into the site there, or even cut off rotates, and then they're going to try to segment the site from there. And the Armageddon flushes straight through Tower, so there's only so many spots that they can play on the site itself.
Yeah, and you see this barrage of utility, but I love that you see also T1 kind of just hanging back, and you can kind of feel the Autumn saying like, wait, don't, not yet, let them go. This is Paper X you're dealing with, and that is a testament, of course, to the veteranship that is on this team, right? But it's just that Paper X is just, as we were talking about earlier, they're just a completely different animal.
Yeah, this is the Paper X people love to see, right? This is why they're so popular. So I'm glad that we saw them take up form. I thought they were much sharper this map. Number one, I didn't feel the whiffs at all compared to map 1. It felt like they were able to win that aim fights. And now as we go towards Split, what are you expecting to see?
I mean, this is just the quintessential Paper X comp. They've literally been playing this same style for a long time. Maybe even throw another duelist in there. Like 2 is sometimes not enough for Paper X on this map in the past, but look, this Sky double duelist comp is something they've been playing forever. I think, honestly, they had some pretty close losses in the offseason to teams that you'd back them to beat. Loss against Wolves, I think the FM, even the new Gen G that maybe they've dropped some maps against, if I remember correctly. But for T1, they also smashed a team in the offseason on this map, playing the Chamber on Meteor, if I remember correctly. But I really wouldn't, and a very similar comp I might mention as well to what PRX is doing, just subbing the Jet for a Chamber. But I really wouldn't be surprised if you see T1 play something different. I would be surprised if they pulled the Chamber out against PRX in this particular game. I think Vice or Cypher, something like that on Meteor is probably more likely.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe the Vice, because Meteor, we have seen him on that agent, and just because it suits him so well, and you can just imagine Vice being such a menace on this map.
Yeah, personally, I'd like to see them stay on the Chamber, to be honest. If you
really?
Against the double duelist?
Yeah, exactly. If you know you're going to go up against double duelist, I feel like the Sky can get you off your angles, and your Paranoia can. But the Chamber's able to take advantage of a lot more off angles, so you're able to just be in these different positions than people are used to using util in. I think it can work definitely for them.
I totally disagree. I think the Cypher is way too good, especially getting a lot of the fast set plays with the Jet Dash and the Rays. You can do all these little trap trips. You can have the retake setups with the cage where you flood out onto the site. I think the Chamber's super risky. Unless Meteor's really hitting his shots, he could be pretty much useless, whereas the Cypher just has universal value, is a lot more consistent for me.
It does, but into the Rays as well, you feel like the
It can,
Rays
yeah,
enough
they
to
can
stop
definitely break the trips, but that's where I really feel like the retake, flood setups with the cages, or you do the deep trips, where you still hold elbow control and things like that, can really pay off.
Are we even sure that it may be on Meteor, though? Because we did see just like an agent switch earlier, right? When we saw like a Buzz and Izu switch up on the Neon. Maybe it's not even Meteor.
If Meteor's not on Sentinel, I'm not sure why he's on the team at that point. He's just like amazing on Sentinel. Like, I think you're borderline trolling if you're not putting Meteor on some kind of Sentinel.
Yeah, but maybe he's not on the chamber.
Not on the chamber?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of good answers. Like I say, the Cypher can work. In my opinion, the chamber is good. But also, like you mentioned, I think Vice is very good on Split. Vice is another tight map. The wall gets a lot of value. The Razor Wire gets a lot of value. Even the ult, because the sites are so small, it makes the ult a little bit better where the ult is normally kind of weak. So I think they have a lot of options. I'd like to see where they're going to take it compared to what they were doing in the offseason.
Not to mention, you now have both teams that, you know, don't need that those little, you know, time to warm up. Now both teams are coming in very, very hot into map number 3. And on the PRX roller coaster, hey, we went down, we went up. Where are we going this time around is my question.
I think they're just going to stick to what they know. Like, I really associate this comp on Split with PAPERX. It's what they're comfortable doing. I think that they leaned into something they're a little bit more comfortable doing, especially with Jing being back on the Raze. A lot of people were saying this is PAPERX season because Raze maps are definitely a thing in this current pool. So, well, look, we'll see if they just stick to that and maybe put something back on a Jet. I'm sure he's itching to play a duelist. He's just been sitting there. He's just been throwing dogs. He's just been holding out the stun all series long. Like, bro, get me in the game. He's just screaming at Alex, put me in the game, coach, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I quite like Breach. I think it's fun, but compared to playing Jet, I mean, I feel like most players would rather be on the Jet than on the Breach.
He's itching. His fingers are like twitching just a little bit, right? And you can kind of feel it. But yeah, I mean, Jing, he's all warmed up. We saw so many great plays from him last time. I feel like we're going to see exactly the same as we step here into Split, and we're going to take a look at our Asian comps here. Really, really curious to see what T1 have in store. As we mentioned, you know, we're expecting them not to stick with what they showed us in the offseason, but they are.
Yeah, they're going to stick with it. Chamber for Meteor, and there's the change-up from PAPERX, actually. Devi is going to be in on that Sage, so that's a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah, absolutely. I say, for me, I'm glad they stuck with this chamber. I do think it has answers to that double duelist, but the Sage is definitely an interesting PAPERX, so we have to talk about that.
They were running the Viper, I think, right, previously, so a little bit more info denial double controller, if I remember correctly, as opposed to now they're going back for the flavor of the Sage, and we know PRX love their Sage on off-meta maps. I mean, it used to be the flavor of the month on Split back in the day.
Yeah, I really like this and how it fits with that double duelist. Viper is slower, you're looking to default, but Sage gives you a lot more power to hit with.
Well, we're going to see indeed the Battle Sage coming out from Uncle Devi as we send it back to your casters, Achilles and Paperthin, to take us through Split.
That we shall, to the best of our ability. Things have been very chaotic throughout this series thus far, but all that matters is that we are all tied up 1-1. This split to settle it all. See which team is going to be sticking around in that upper bracket, which one is going to have to fight through the lowers if they want to get themselves over to Masters Bangkok.
This is quite fascinating. T1, you know, they debuted this comp against EDG at the Gwangju Esports Series during the offseason. Now that was against a Kong and Smoggy-less EDG. They smashed the other players from EDG with this comp, but PAPERX a very different beast. And with the Sage in there, quite fascinating. Defender side here, quite important against this double duelist.
Smoke off here on the Buzz, up at Habit. Sylvan just kind of duking it out here alongside something inside of the smoke. Does manage to win that one out, but Jing quickly trades it back. Spattering of heals there from Forsaken keeps everybody topped up.
Sky Flash and a Paint Shell's available for T1 to try to make this retake go. Tucked in position for Mind Freak to be wary of.
6 bullets in that Headhunter here from Meteor. Spot out there on the Jing.
Oh,
Mind Freak in a bit of a rough position here, but Forsaken is able to go ahead and peel off some additional pressure. Meteor going to be taken down. That Headhunter no longer a concern as Izu's just trying to break through the wall. Segment now going to be destroyed, but time is ticking. They're running out of it. Devi on the swing is clean with it. PAPERX, another pistol win, 4-1, I believe, in that regard here across the series.
that Sage wall so annoying on pistol rounds on this map, one way or another. Kind of an awkward fight there. Good recognition by T1 that somebody could be tucked into that corner, comboing some of their util, but yeah, this is just Devi back on Sage. Used to be on Sunset. He was a nightmare because of those TikTok walls he would come up with and all that crazy stuff, but he's just just steady here. Smart placement. Cuts everything apart. T1 tries to go for that retake. Cannot get it going.
Moving forward over by Vence, has that shorty in hand once again. Stacks into the corner, sends out the flash, but it's already too late for him. Something strikes, finds the kill. Devi up in heaven. Guns down Izu. As Jing may be slightly at risk here, or no, maybe Devi. Never mind. Finds the headshot. Shorty nullified. And even the heal he used just to make this all the more impossible for Sylvan. Flawless fashion. Paper X get themselves a nice, solid win here in this anti-eco.
Just choose really nicely. Try to make the push up towards Mail. And Stax is caught just flat-footed enough. That's great flash there. He tries to pop his own, but something had just seen him in time. Exactly where to put that crosshair. Devi, it's a nice angle against that shorty. Cuts the wall in half so that not all the shorty bullets are able to connect. There you go. Paper X off to a hot start again. Have been winning quite a few rounds in a row now. They still have pretty decent weaponry. A couple Vandals, a couple Bulldogs, and a Spectre coming into this. Viper there, kind of thwarting any attempted info gain by both sides. Dog comes through though. No info gathered here at all for T1, but they're just kind of holding, allowing Izu to try to delay on his own. It's a bit risky for T1. They're still a little bit wary of what's going on towards A side, but so far Paper X actually kind of slowing the pace down, re-exploring parts of the map, re-clearing mid, trying to figure out if they can open up a little bit more space to try to make this crunch hit potentially towards B.
Swing out. Meteor going to be forced to rendezvous away. Approach now, getting ready to come through. Trademark around the corner to try to slow up. Will be noted. Meanwhile, something dashing forward there in the face of Izu. Stacks on the flank, however, has covering fire, is able to go ahead and peel one off. But eventually will get found by. Still doing well, finding one, but Stacks, as well as Buzz, coming up big. 3K here for the Sky. Meteor gets involved and on the board. And T1, the pretty clean anti-bonus, will get themselves online.
Yeah, a lot of info there for T1 throughout. And then once there's a little bit of pressure towards Meteor in mid, he's able to TP through, set himself up on the rafters, winning this big fight there against something. Stax swings out at a great time, bails Izu out, even though he gets taken down by Devi. Stax, a beautiful 3K. Pull that Phantom down. That's a really good fighting retreat there for T1. Able to hold the line when push came to shove. Sylvan tucked in this corner. This seemingly had a little bit of pace to it, but stopped up momentarily.
Chills out, something slowed up here. Ring around the rosy at the screen, but I don't think he necessarily noted. Sylvan now will be able to do so. Mows him down, Rez coming through, Forsaken right back into the mix. Is Jink gonna be shut down, trying to approach here onto elbow. Stacks finding another 3K here for him. This Forsaken's position now known and dealt with. Another solid follow-up round here from the side of T1 as they tie it up at 2-2.
God, Stacks just working off of the sound cues and other things so well. Here's Jing blast packing, was thinking about going for something because of that judge potentially at range. You feel like you have a bit of an advantage. You could have scooped up the gun, but gets the first, second, expecting the push around the corner, even pre-fired it. Phenomenal from Stax these last couple of rounds. And now you're onto a weak buy. Bucky for Jing, couple Sheriffs, Guardian, Bulldog. Gonna be the buy up. Meteor with an Outlaw. And he gets it to connect. Nice opening shot.
A very solid one. Something on the ground of Meteor.
Oh boy.
Ooh, wanting to go for the re-peek. Spots out Jing. Does not get the follow-up hit. Devi will be able to go ahead and get rid of that pesky little chamber.
Good news is everybody has full armor. Let's take a headshot from Devi. Ooh.
Okay. This is where the round starts getting a little bit suspect.
Izu. It's a bit off balance. Forsaken clears the Seekers. Oh, Stacks.
It's forward here in Garage, but everybody now drifting over towards Buzz.
Oh, that flash, though, I don't think connected with anything.
Device slow creeping forward, but Buzz goes ahead, finds the pick. And that's going to split apart.
They're gonna
Players here from Paper Rex, and yet Stacks all the way lurk forward, has the spike dropped. Mind Freak still a world away.
Great info.
30 seconds
So overall, really well played these last 3 rounds from Stacks. Mind Freak hasn't anything to say about it, but this should be pretty challenging. Tagged up. Mind Freak taken down. Buzz cleans up the round. But what looked like it might get a little bit dicey for T1 is kind of results in some good push outs on the extremities. You know, Buzz going out from long B. Stacks tucks himself in that box in the smoke and then is able to navigate himself past the flash that Device sends on the backside to try to sell that they're still over on the B
What
side.
happened, guys?
It's just really well thought out, but frankly, these last 3 rounds have been like Stacks kind of stepping up for T1.
Yeah, no kidding. 7-2-0 at the moment.
Operator for Meteor. King with a judge. That is scary for anybody who's in mailer events. That's a clear on the dog, so a little bit of info.
Well, for now, it's Buzz that's in that position. Blast pack chasing forward.
PRX dari mid menuju ke A kan?
Self-damage taken there from the paint shell, but most part shrugged off.
Seperti mereka menuju ke A, guys.
Slow drift across there from something. Wrapping around a ramp. Rest of the team now getting ready to come up through the vent. Seeker's going to be let loose. Showstopper from Buzz at the ready. Spots one, sends it.
Nice
Jing gets on top. And Wiley, showstopper damage has been
ada
eluded.
pakai chamber
Shot from Meteor
ternyata.
out at screen, still going to be good.
T1 ada chamber, guys.
Forward thinking maybe he's going to have the advantage given the trademark slow. Just cannot make it happen.
Oh, timing bangke.
Gets that off shot.
What the hell is
Peeks out of
that?
the smoke. Headshot, the swap to the head under. It's gorgeous.
I had this timing.
Fight with the wall, however.
What the
Blocks off
hell?
screens. We're down to a 2v2. Izu
Oh,
drawing out
oh,
the weapon. Forsaken just not ready for him to be that close. It all comes down to Devi.
Davai, 1 versus
to clutch it
2.
out.
Let's go, Davai. You can do it, Davai.
Sees the kneecap. Slow poke and prod. Izu
One
on the
more.
swing. Dead.
Oh,
But
hente,
Sylvan
Davai.
bails them out. Op should be recoverable as well as the defuse comes in. T1 taking the lead now, up 4-2.
Please show me that second shot from Meteor. The third one was nuts. The second one, I don't know how he flicked down.
Not just all of them. Just show all.
Just show all of it.
Oh boy.
This is so good from Jing. Again, that movement, so beautiful. I thought Stacks did get the headshot.
Solid adjustment, but oh.
Timing
Nasty stuff there
bangke.
from Meteor. I mean, the desk was talking about it. Happy to see him stick on the chamber. I, for one, am right there with them. Always a treat.
I am after that.
It's basically the agent that he got himself to his first international with when he was back over on North Eption.
At the Jet. And the Marshall.
Now, potential 4-man approach up the ramp here from the side of Paper Rex.
Dogs say hello.
Do.
Here.
It's Izu. Just walled off here for the moment.
Here's Elvis.
And he does. Showstopper at the ready. Buzz here anchoring the side. Finds 2. Looks for the third. Can't quite make it happen. Sylvan is there to pick up the pieces. The 3 remainers go his way. T1 very swiftly cast aside Paper Rex.
And this is so crucial here for T1 that they're able to really stall out this double duelist comp on the attacker side as much as possible. And yeah, I think absolutely we're going to see a timeout, but crispy from Buzz. And then Sylvan, looking for him to show up. And they are, wow, they are fired up. T1 is absolutely bringing the vibes.
I mean, you mentioned it. They've never beaten Paper Rex as an organization. Granted, the team very different from the past iterations.
No doubt.
But even so, these players looking for that
Time out.
victory.
It's so on their minds that even when we saw Joe Marsh here the other day, it was one of the first things he mentioned. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
But I get it. You know, you want to get these monkeys off your back. It's so important to get that confidence, especially for this team with what you've put together here, with what you've invested as an organization, as T1, as this, you know, the bulwark of Korean esports. And if you can also not just be dominant in one, be dominant in multiple esports here, then you will continue to just, you know, garner more fans, garner more interest.
Sepertinya Tares masih berusaha untuk menembus set A, guys ya.
It's going to be a knife pop here from something. Stingers across the rest of the team. And a near full send in towards A. Spot out onto at least 2 players. Slightly more on that final little jump around the corner.
Stax has got to make a decision here. Just get out or...
Up and over and in they go, and Jing will be able to collect. Not too much damage going to be taken at the same time as there's the wall up onto the screens. Res even available. They want to go ahead and commit that here. Buzz just for now going to try to steadily break down these wall segments. Meteor tries to get some kind of sight line. Blindly fishing for any kind of contact he can get off these bullets, but it's going to be Izu taken down. Find one, Sylvan. Still alive and well. Finds one, but now all of a sudden Meteor's the last man standing, and he can't quite get the shots across. Timeout called into a Thrifty. Fantastically done here from PAPRX, bringing the deficit down to just 2.
Yeah, I mean, as good as Stax has been on this map, I'm not so sure I like his idea to stick around. A little bit too long, overstayed his welcome. Thought maybe he could catch him off guard. Instead, he gets taken down for free, and that's a huge piece of the retake puzzle missing for the side of T1. That's no flashes, really, other than Sylvan's paranoia. You really need that on the retake. So let's see what the adjustments are going to be. In fact, Sylvan and Buzz over on A. Tour de force pop for Meteor in mid.
See if he gets the duke it out against the Vi with that op on the attack side.
Be sick.
Well, for now, mid very much being avoided. It's going to be Izu once again, the lone anchor here on B.
Sekarang mereka berusaha untuk
takes Meteor across in towards heaven. For now, he's not really being heard at all. Trying to fake maybe the attack coming through. Cloudburst going to be sent, but nothing pursuing behind it.
He's got the Viper's Pit too. Is he ever going to feel comfortable enough in that position to really put it down?
Good smoke cycled in here from Sylvan. Bite at the ready, just waiting for any kind of information. Jing, tagged up quite a bit. Flash goes out, Stax needs the full one, but Izu just go ahead and find that kill. Breaks the TP. Looks to flush him out of backside. Something he is able to do so, but can't finish himself. Stax strikes, finds the kill. Sylvan now just dropping down. 2 players left. The res going to be committed to here, bringing Forsaken back into the fight. The blind spray, nothing found. Meteor dead. Tour de force going to be nullified, and Forsaken is able to find Sylvan.
30 seconds left.
The wall's still there.
Buzz
Buzz on the flank. Not quite noted. Forsaken tries to go for the ult orb and ends up getting taken down. 20 seconds remaining. Spike not yet planted. Buzz jumping up over the top of the wall here, sending out the blast pack. Tap of this plant here, and Mind Freak is able to find it. Plants his feet, stops the dance. Comes away with 3 in the round. PAPRX 1 away from tying it up.
Again, it's this wall from Devi that gives them so much safety and comfort towards the other side of the site. And just a narrow miss there for Meteor. Mind Freak all over the place. 3 kills. Huge, huge, huge. And having that res available is such a difference maker. And there was nothing that T1 could really do about it at that point. Still have enough to get the operator back in Meteor's hands because of the tour de force. Jing gets a little bit of info off the bot. Something with a solo push up towards mid. And what looked like maybe it was going to be T1 stomping their way through their defender side. Great timeout from PAPRX has them with a very good game plan.
Timingnya bagus ya.
The map a little bit more. Just a free push through vents for something. He has all the information in the world. He can even sell a bit of a fake towards A. A dog as well.
Oh, some timing there on the Jing. Now there's an AWP on the angle, but at least it seems like Sylvan, very good idea of this. So smoke comes up on the mail. He's gonna look to try to push back through, and
Ooh,
something
nice,
puts it out of the
something.
smoke,
What the
and
hell
it's
is
so
that?
damn
Something.
Your trail.
Takes him out. Wall now raised, cutting off stairs. Devi eats a bit of damage, and Izu on the follow-up is able to go ahead and find the kill.
Get 3 dinks in there.
Yeah, the jet now dead. For a second, oh my God, jump scare!
Jump scare, bener, jump scare guys.
Swings in the corner,
Kaget
Jake
gue,
just
kaget.
immediately gets taken out.
30 seconds left.
I feel like we're playing Five Nights at
I was
Freddy's there.
about to say that. Okay. Left the door open. Doesn't check in cams. Forsaken does well to go ahead and find a kill onto Buzz, but Stacks will bring it to a conclusion.
Tiba ya di
T1
depan kan.
will get themselves up to 6-round wins in the half.
Okay, that not only have the game's been insane today, but that's just the cherry on top.
Peak comedy.
That is peak.
Sad it didn't make it into the highlight reel, the replay package.
It deserves its own replay.
Oh man.
The analyst destiny sees it take that moment, break it down for us.
Jing showing up to ask you about your extended warranty.
Man, showing up to try to sell you some vacuums.
Mm.
Oh my God.
5-man approach. Successfully avoiding the pit off the rip as that's placed towards garage.
Ooh,
Passes the
nice.
back and Buzz just seemingly not even ready or aware of that one. Stacks setting up the pop flash, not even get the full blind there on the Mind Freak, but still is able to find the kill. Chase forward onto the Seekers, and something nearly ground down to a pulp. The heals immediately start streaming through Forsaken though.
Oh,
Pushing him back up, but that is undone as Sylvan finds a headshot.
You've got all this utility for Stacks to really figure this out. Dog comes through, you still have one more flash available.
don't
Needs to be a good one.
By playing elbow, everybody clustered up here from Paper Rex. Needing to stave off the hordes here. Yes, Sylvan gonna get taken down, but Meteor Stacks finding one apiece. The shot going wide.
Oh.
The headhunter bullet will fly straight and true. T1 get the defuse, they get the 7.
Again, a lot of these rounds come down to, can Stacks stay alive and can he win some of these important battles that he's forced to fight? It was a good flash over in A main. Make sure that he could win. Against, I think it was Mind Freak who had TP'd up onto that ledge. This right here, that's the key moment in this round. That gives so much more opportunity for T1. It gives them an extra angle. It gives them the utility they need to make sure that they can convert this, and they do nicely. Very well thought out.
Last round of the half now. 2 regens, 3 half armors here for the side of Paper Rex. Still a pesky operator to try to deal with. Some spray out onto the corner, orb being taken. Meteor just staying quiet for the moment. Looks like Paper Rex got what they wanted. Showstopper online. Now they're going to look to pivot across towards that A site.
Look at this setup on A. The double high-low setup. Sylvan and Buzz, very unorthodox. Have the toxic screen in front of that as well. But I like the Paper X working the map a little bit. Been showing some different looks, using some of their utility to try to sell fakes. T1's been doing a good job of holding the line though. Okay, now they're not going to hold that anymore. Now it's just to maybe clear utility or clear a Jing entry.
Smoke cycled here. As Buzz repositions, gets himself set up here in front of sight. Protrover gets ready to come through at the ramp. Orb getting grabbed. Seekers at the ready. Gonna be sent out. Just Jake now going to the blast pack entry. Spots one up over the top.
Nice.
Izu gonna be taken down by Buzz.
Boleh lah. Dapat
Finds it, but
satu lagi.
something
Nice, something.
peeks out from heaven.
30
Catching
seconds
him
left.
unawares. 3v4. Sylvan tries to go for the shots, tries to go for the kill, but cannot make it happen. Something falls to 5. Now it all comes down to Stacks and Meteor, who's able to find the first 2.
Player standing.
Giving his teammate here a chance. His heel just now getting pushed out across onto something. The peek in, the double take. Meteor not quite expecting him to be there. He will fall something with a huge round.
Switching
Makes it a
sides.
7-5 scoreline at the half.
That's really interesting. Is that good enough for T1 on their defender side? You know, certainly with the double duelist, it can be a little bit shakier
Seconds left.
because your information game and some of your stall isn't quite as strong. But the way Paper X is shooting right now might not matter. That being said, T1 is firing right back. I mean, everybody looks good right now. This whole first half was phenomenal.
Yeah,
to say the least. I think we have another OT on split banger coming up. Yeah?
Why not?
Let's do it.
I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have an internet talk show to go on there.
Yeah, screw them.
No, it's all good. I think everybody here, you know, no matter which side of the fandom you're on, if you're on either of them, likely feeling frustration, stress, but also entertained.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Paper X game without tons of stress.
Very true. 7-5 here at the half. T1 shifting over to the attack. Paper X double duelist for the defense. Critically have that Sage. We saw how much of a pain it was for them trying to fight against it once Devi was able to get into the sights.
By the way, is Devi trying to take over the mullet game? Since Forsaken cut his, Devi's was getting a little long in the backside there.
Can only be one.
I appreciate it. As a hockey fan, got to respect the mullets. All right, pistol round, very, very crucial for both of these teams. You know, if you could get this attack side pistol for T1, just like Paper X was able to do, you'd be able to really set yourself apart, but Paper X could just be tying it up if you can find the win here. Jing with a frenzy.
Pistols continue to be a bit of a pain point here as Forsaken just blindly spraying through. There's the paint shell into the corner. Izu doing well to actually come away with that kill as Mindfreak gets caught by that flash and Sylvan's able to capitalize on the kill. Meteor leading the charge, gets ahead. Hunter shot across. Forsaken's dead. And I don't know what the hell is happening.
It was madness.
Dapat.
Push forward,
Nice,
should be an easy
dapat.
one there. Devi able to find that. Pops the heal onto himself. Spike now planted, stacks into the corner, sending out the Trailblazer. Devi trying to get ahead of it, but gets dazed, and it makes for all the easier of a kill there for Izu. Something down to 22.
Like that from Sylvan. Don't overcommit.
Have to be absolutely immaculate shots. Maybe a wallbang to start there if you could suss it out. But Izu's behind the screen. Way just going to be the slow drop down. And Sylvan with the finisher at range. T1 will find another pistol round victory. They move up to 8 to start off the half.
Scrappy again, but a timely flash from Stacks. For my money on this map so far, he's been the MVP. To bail Izu out there. Izu, I thought for a moment, might just be dead to the paint shells, but had enough space tucked into the wall that he was able to dodge it. Really smart stuff by Sylvan. Got the dink, knew he was against a Sheriff. Didn't overcommit, knew he had the teammates on the other side to help him out. Smart play. And it's a Marshall for something, a Marshall for Meteor.
They're about to clash here potentially, but something ends up eating that full flash, and now Pika's advantage. No, just holding the angle there. Meteor takes him down. Solid start, Forsaken. Marshall in hand for him now as Buzz just desperately saying, I just want the orb. Manages to grab it and backs away.
Very nice start. Able to get a lot going. Gonna leave the spike down in Ramen. Using the smoke with the Prowler. Doing an exploration of vents. Nothing found, male or vents. So you've got some room to work with in mid. Mindfreak's gonna try to tuck himself in. Is he just gonna swing out? No.
Just saying. Sat there. Oh, now spotted here in male. Devi off screen, able to find one Izu on the lurk. Could be caught outside of A main. That leaves the B site completely open though.
Yeah, the only player you don't know where they are is Jing. You have an idea though. Get this plant down. It's just about avoiding any more damage to this Marshall.
Buzz just going for a quick little reposition, tucked in behind the box here. Goes for the peek and shot just a hair off. Jing now completely and utterly noted. Paint shell going to be sent his way here. He tries to pressure Sylvan out of this position, but won't be able to do so. One player lost. Anti-Eco goes the way of T1.
My burden never ends.
A very interesting round ahead. I think we saw an Outlaw being purchased by Meteor. God, he's so good with this gun. Devi though, that's a good shot. Good shot. Buzz there. Got an ear piercing off of that shot. Something with the judge. Otherwise, a couple Phantoms, a Bulldog, and a Guardian. So a smorgasbord of weaponry for T1 to try to convert this bonus.
And I mean, Meteor knows the economic game here. He knows that there's going to be so many half armors because of the previous investments. So it's fairly wisely read. Now it's really just about getting into position to put that outlaw to good use. Mind Freak looking like he's going to set up for a smoke here on mid. Sends that across. Does get noted. Paranoia used. Rendezvous gone. As Zax,
nice.
getting a little overwhelmed, pushing out, maybe thinking he's going to just catch one player off guard, but Jing is there. Sky now on the floor.
Well, that might have been enough to at least keep a couple off of A.
Get something in
Pakai
position
rotate.
now.
Yeah.
Something, sabar, something,
Can't expect this
sabar.
at all.
Yeah, are you going to use the bot or the Paranoia to clear this?
Right now, given the push up from Buzz,
No.
looks like the answer's going to be no.
Oh,
And nearly leads to two kills found. Izu does manage to go ahead and pick that one
nice,
off, but
dude.
Jing just jumps up over the top
Nice,
of the
Jing.
wall, takes down Meteor. Plant now coming through, but not much more pressure here on Sylvan's shoulders. To try to get them back into this round. Paranoia going to be sent across, hits onto Jing. Jumps up on top of the box. Wrap around still slowly and steadily coming through from Mind Freak. For now, a 2v3.
Very doable, actually, if they can get this lurking player.
Sylvan right now is not watching for Mind Freak at all in this position, but he snaps over and finds him. Jing, however, will be able to flush him out, mitigating the rest of the damage dealt. Now it is all just on Izu. Opens up with one, but doesn't quite know where Devi is going to swing in from. So two players surviving. Paper X. They stop T1 from getting a bonus conversion. Bring it back to 3 rounds separating.
A few little kind of interesting decisions from T1 there. I think Stax' solo push-up mid-top was, you know what, it's the bonus, so
It was a thing.
it's a thing. Sylvan playing pretty well on the Omen on this map. Meteor also tried to make a solo push-up mid and paid the price. I mean, you got to know that somebody can get up on top of that wall.
Casual readjust from Sylvan.
He's quite good. He's at his best. Right now on this map, 13-9. Certainly performing very, very well. Trying again to take control of Garage with Meteor.
High-low setup.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Yep.
Couldn't even TP out.
Yep, the annoyance confirmed. Meteor immediately shut down. As Mind Freak, just quick little jiggle. There's a tap. Something trying to hold here in mid. Sylvan on the opposite side, backpedaling. Gets himself into the corner. As the pressure needs to be pushed. Devi. Oh, looking for a little bit more, but kill comes in. Res is not available. Still 2 charges off. There is Devi, so something's just out of the equation for now.
Essentially a 1-for-1. Not bad at all. Oh, Devi.
nice, dapat,
More,
nice,
now
dapat,
Res is
nice,
available,
dapat.
and then some. Just absolutely massacres them.
Devi
For the
memanah
sake of the
T1.
economy, honestly, could just go ahead and send it, but right now, with the round win looking confirmed here, seems like he will just go ahead and save this for the time being. Forsaken tries to go for the kill, but he's basically set him up for it. Izu down to 11, Will falls, Jing swoops out towards their spawn. Paper Rex continuing to fight back.
I mean, 3 players there. And Devi just able to take them all down. 17-9. Like Mika said, the Battle Sage showing up. It's a great shot by Stax. Oh my god, dude. God, Devi. It's just, that might be one of those moments. Like so many times in the history of this team that we look back on and say Devi showed up and turned the
Diamond
game
to
around.
T1.
One of those big multi-kills. Sets the stage for the Paper X comeback. T1 gonna take their first time out. Try to see if they can find a way through. I mean, I think some of the spreading of the map that they're doing here, trying to take these isolated duels. I get it, you have a chamber with Meteor, fine. The rest of it, no. You've got double duelist out there. You've got a little bit of kind of extra oomph. Try to put it to good use. You got that Viper to give you a little bit more space control. Try to put some pressure on A. Try to use that Viper's toxic screen to get heaven control, get some sight control. Rely on Meteor to kind of be that lurker. Make sure that Garage and mid are sort of somewhat dealt with. You Well, that wall's going to be annoying no matter what in mid-top, but something going to grab an outlaw of his own. A few full armors. Is this going to be like... This is intriguing to me.
Meteor.
A couple away from the Tour de Force.
Got the headhunter, so might have too much as split second off that kill.
It's a showstopper too.
Yeah, he does have it. They're good to scatter into the site quickly here.
Go get him.
There's Boombot on the hunt. Gets the spot out. 2 bullets having to be committed to that as Jing will get shot in the leg. He out over towards the sewer. Now Showstopper up over the top.
Ooh, nice.
Izu destroyed.
Ooh.
Plants his feet, looks for the kill, but Buzz at range. Will be able to find one, but there's the res divide. Brings the raise back
Oh, no.
into the fight. Sylvan finds a punish on the one.
Oh,
Looks
no.
for the second. Gets that shot killed, and Jing is taken down. Stacks now. Last one standing.
I'm out of stuff.
Spots him out, but he doesn't know.
Wah, nggak duduk. Ya elah. Terus kepakai 2 guys.
Hasn't confirmed something's position, I don't believe. Should know now. Avoid the paranoia. Something does know, but it does not matter. Hounds him down, shorty in hand. As they just delay a little bit to make sure they can scoop up whatever
Bisa kayak gitu
weapons.
ya. Padahal dia kena blend loh.
Paper X with the defuse. And now just 1 round away from tying us up.
I mean, I like the idea out of the timeout. Much more from T1. Sylvan, 2 big stinger kills, but the long-range weaponry, so valuable there. Sylvan left trying to figure out exactly where the next opponent was going to be coming from. Oh my god.
Let's go, boys.
Sometimes a muzzle flash is all you need to track him down.
Crazy.
Meteor on period in hand, gonna try to look to get a punish here off this peak. Something seeming like he might go for it. Trailblazer leading the way, and oh, he to get himself out on the rafters, looking for a timing, and will be good to find one, but Mind Freak now on his lonesome.
Oh, ada lah guys.
We'll see what he can get done here.
Spike planted.
Spots out the first. Fake on the paranoia in towards elbow. Pushes out, just trying to bait anybody to go for this peak, but T1 right now playing wisely, playing patiently. Not wanting to give over any inches here.
Oh, Stacks.
Challenge in the corner. Mind Freak finding the first.
Sylvan there. Let a shot ring out.
Cover going
It is Mind Freak after all. You have to be so very cautious here. The push forward, the tap onto the spike, down to 45 HP. The time. Starting to dwindle, looks for the shot, and Stacks will deny it away. A 3K from the IGL. T1 recover the up and get the double digits.
Yeah, it's a little bit fortunate. Something just overstays his welcome. God, that's a good shot. Then he's just right there, and there's so much of T1. They weren't anticipating that they had stuck around that long. And he's just out in the open, easy pickings. And then T1's able to work their way through, get that plant down, set up for a nice crossfire, even though Sylvan almost blows it a little bit. Good patience from Izu and Stacks. Make sure that they don't give anything else away. Flashes, nothing really off the back of it. This time they're gonna leave Izu over on A with the toxic screen to try to keep those members occupied. Meteor taking a little bit of garage control again with the op. Has to be careful about mid. They don't really have too much info about that part of the map. Love to get one of those free picks with that operator. Have the Seekers for Forsaken. Bladestorm to back up something's up, but he's clear on the B site right now. So far though, Spike in Sylvan's hands. Seekers confirm the presence of a few players.
Decent value.
I've got your trail.
Their own Seekers now in play, sent from that east side of the map, but they just instantly get cleared out from Mind Freak, so it's not much going to be gained there from Stacks. Slowly pushing up, but timing there to be able to spot out Jing.
Wah. Nge-lag.
Taken, looking for a bit of a timing here, and
Nice.
he strikes. Swinging from behind, able to find two. Something at the same time, catching Meteor. Divide with that third and
30
final.
seconds left.
Looking for the fourth and final. Not going to be snappy enough to cut across, so Stacks does manage to find that kill. Now he's going to try to hightail it over towards the A site, but Mind Freak already matching.
Blinding.
Paranoia sent, not quite. Oh, nope, does connect. And with 14 seconds remaining, Stacks doubles back in towards Heaven, needing the win. The fight needs to get to the site. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it happen. Something encroaching on the position. He's going to have to just try to plant his feet. Gets around the corner, just enough time.
Spike planted.
Half a second left to spare. Something has the knives, he can pop. Stacks cheating closer. Here's the trip.
No!
It immediately turns back. The 4K into the clutch. Stacks bails them out of a devastating round at the hand of Devi.
That is classic Stacks. The IGL, the veteran, one of the most decorated players in Pacific. When you need someone to come through, it's just a fist pump. Whew. Oh my.
Hard stopper.
Yes. That was masterful from Stacks. I mean, I thought he did a great job over on the A side, buying a ton of attention. He bought an extra player to come over towards him. But there's that judge there that ruined things at the top of B Tower. And so just a great follow-through setup for Paper Rex. They had a great idea in that round. Okay, well, if we can overcommit to the Sky utility, even if it is a fake, we have a judge there to shut it down. Works a treat, except Stacks survives. Finds a big kill on Devi. Grabs the spike and then wins a battle against Mind Freak when he had to win it at that exact moment, so he had enough time to get to safety to get the plant. It's crazy.
Unreal. 23, 9, and 6. Stacks now lobby leader as far as the frags are concerned. T1 once again knocking down this economy from Paper X. They force out that final timeout. Let's see
You want to play?
what they have up their sleeve. Tour de Force going to be popped here from Meteor. The slow creep forward. Eyes on Sewer from something,
Ooh.
and he's seen enough. The headshot to the box. Meteor destroyed. Buzz looking for the entry. Paint shells out around the corner. Flushes out Mind Freak, looks for a bit more, catches a kill on the Jing. Paint shells once again built up. Just clear that right side pillar. Flash flies forward, Divide, catching them both. Everybody completely and utterly blinded up. As it's now just Izu. Try to pull off a clutch of his own. Spike has been recovered. Time is on his side. Can he get T1 up to match point? It's like a similar play, similar strat. Cut across. But does he just try to wrap
Bakalan
around
quads
behind
lagi kah?
in towards Heaven? Does he take the vent across into B? Either way, there's going to be eyes on it.
Oh,
And he cannot
What's
find
it?
the first. Forsaken will put him down. 9 rounds now accrued for Paper X. 2 more to go to try to get this back under control.
Yeah, it's been pretty shocking. Meteor. Oh, the footstep out, the jiggle. Gave it away. What a shot from something. Meteor's been losing a lot of these 1v1s that you need him to be winning as the chamber.
Yeah, Victorian crime from Meteor just shows a little bit too much leg.
The ankles. Ooh. Can't have that.
Nope.
Now the buy a little bit scuffed. T1. Stinger and a judge. Couple Guardians though, so once again,
Oh!
what are you doing, Sylvan?
Just going for the TP play, not realizing, not reading that he was in position as something. Just Goomba stops Buzz out of oblivion. Mind Freak up over the top, Divide once again delivering.
Spike down A.
Finds Stacks and Izu. Once more, Bat and I finds himself in a 1v2, but this time he's pinned into a corner. Not worth going for the pit. Will just simply end up dying. But Paper X now in control. The economy from T1 broken down, and it's 1 round separating these two teams.
Curious, we have one more timeout from T1 still available. Maybe the moment. Sylvan there just trying to go on a timing, but everybody else was so far behind. If there was any player back in screens, you're screwed. That's exactly what happened. Not sure if something got stalled on the execute. A little bit more than they anticipated. It was a set play for sure. Stack's now back over trying to buy some attention on the other side of the map. 4-man push with this weaker buy. Stacks is the one with a judge this time. Not even putting it in Buzz's hands, who's so close to that showstopper.
But do they anticipate this at all? There has been no conditioning for somebody to be playing just outside of garage here.
No, this is something very new. Mindfreak's just gonna try to bait this as best as he can.
Trailblazer might be able to get a spot. Either way, showstopper goes out. Buzz does not look back, and that costs him dearly. Jing finds the kill. Pain Shell now going to be lobbed in. And as Meteor forced to take that rendezvous out towards safety.
Bomb buddy out.
What little heals they can offer up, get pushed across.
This stall, this pause, bought them just a little bit of extra breathing room. Mindfreak is just holding in the back corner.
Another smoke cycled out here onto the site. 3 players nearby with Forsaken getting ready to join in. The
Nice.
ping immediately nullified. Sylvan does well to find the shot there on the Mindfreak, but Defy is up in heaven, and he is sending T1 to hell. 2 kills for him.
Let's go,
Forsaken has the
bro.
last, and we are tied up 11-11.
What a comeback here for Paper Rex. Looked like maybe T1 was just good enough on this map. Stacks with one of the best clutches you'll see. Paper Rex is right back in it with some trickery, some unique setups, and Mindfreak there just so patient, just waiting. They thought they had just enough room to get that pit through. They were dead wrong, and that's a huge ultimate wasted for T1 coming into the final couple rounds. Yeah,
Showstopper nullified into the pit, gone. Last time out, unless we get to OT. As both teams are now neck and neck. And this map, this split is certainly culminating into what we had anticipated from this series overall.
Oh, for sure. As good as it gets. Everything you could have hoped for and more. 3 maps, the final one. Looking like it might go OT. Stacks is letting him know what he thinks here. Gotta find a way to break through. The pace has been picked up a little bit, and when it has, it's been playing into Paper Rex's favor a little bit. They've been able to cut down a lot of these executes. So you need to use these Seekers potentially. Devi has another res, because he's been otherworldly. 26 kills and 15 deaths. Stupendous. Him on Sage is just such a treat to watch.
Blinded.
Flash for a confirm of presence. Doesn't tell you too much else just yet. This is tough to read for Paper Rex, because the conditioning has been that Stacks will send out his utility early, and it isn't actually the real brunt of the attack. Paper Rex changes directions again. Devi thinking about the wall if there was an attempted attack. This is new. Izu, yeah, he anticipated that right away.
Has to break the segment to try to keep some interest here, but that judge earlier will have been heard. You hear the judge, you see the wall.
Something
you put
menunggu.
1 and 2 together that something is on the opposite side of this thing.
Certainly hope so.
Let's see if they
Sabar
can
something, sabar something.
They don't have
Ada
any
3
more
nih.
Stacks as util.
Wah, tar lu. Mundur something, mundur.
Seekers go through, will have to be cleared out. Buzz just bouncing across over towards ramp, something quick with the exit. It's a tailwind out, rotations out, coming through. Buzz not sticking around, not going to find the catch, but Meteor does, and Forsaken ends up on the floor. As he's available from Devi if he can get over to that court. So Buzz is going to try to go ahead and fill that position, but Meteor has a spray down into elbow. Jing, something both going to be taken out. Devi, the res now coming through. Last time he used it, it was on the Forsaken. They were immediately able to find some value, but this time they are at a disadvantage. Spike planted Izu here in the corner, holding with that judge in hand. Spray through the screen. Forsaken just fishing for any kind of damage he can get.
Bruh.
Holding the corner, finding
Whoa.
classic Mind Freak getting a little bit lost, turns back around, makes the 5-3, but Meteor finds 5, the ace to get T1 up to match point.
Finally, you needed Meteor to step up, and he does in a big way when the pressure is at its highest, and he's got a tour de force. Gonna buy up to the rifle, but maybe not. My word, Meteor. The blast pack out, the attempted swing on the back of that, the combo from the duelist for Paper Rex, not good enough. And Meteor is massive. Oh boy. Vibes are good, but dueling operators, one through the
Extra round ka.
for Meteor, a Stinger to back it up, a Bucky for Forsaken to make sure that they could get a buy for everybody else. There's no trickery here. T1 is just gonna square up on A. Not giving them anything. They know they can't let that tour de force do any damage.
Flash sent, not going to be confirming too much here for them. Quick repeat here with that.
Don't pick PRX.
Everybody on the side of Paper X, stagnant, not looking to peek, not looking to give over any information, but T1 now starts upping the ante. Jing here, up on the Raptor, take it down, Buzz with the kill. Meteor doesn't get eliminated the buy, continuing to deliver where possible, drops down, spots out multiple, and Izu will be able to call him.
No.
Forsaken finds one with the Bucky, but now it is all down to Mind Freaking something. The operator still in hand.
Spike planted.
The majority of the weapons here on the floor, an armory and elbow.
Oh, there's a shorty behind this.
Can he find the shot? Drifts down. Nothing spotted. Paranoia. Decent value. Connects, but no one really able to push up. Take forward space. They check out on the corners. Izu lingering here within the poison orb. The time is just really not there. They need to get going. They need to get going right now. Mind Freak is able to find one. Stack's going to be taken down. Izu playing ring around the Rosie. He's now all on his lonesome. He plays it patiently.
Wow.
And he gets the Red Bull clutch. 13-11. T1 get it done. The first time ever. They take out Paper X and they stay in the upper bracket.
They have exercised their demons, and the Korean super team is living up to expectations here in Pacific. A tremendous back and forth across 3 different maps. And Buzz gives a kiss to the sky and says thank you for this one. Finally T1 has done it. Oh my. I was shaking at the end of that. That was crazy.
Absolutely unbelievable map to close out this set. The only thing that we missed was the overtime.
Yeah.
And I was crossing my fingers that we would be able to get there. But T1 had other ideas. What an incredible performance across the board. A great recovery from Paper X after a very one-sided start in this series. It looked like it was going to be a 2-0, an absolute blowout. But in the end, very solid run back, but Paper X will find themselves in that lower bracket. T1, however, still keeping themselves afloat, still looking strong. We're going to get ready to hear from one of our winners down on stage with Jen Lee for the interview here. We'll get ready to send it her way, but what a day it has been. 6 action-packed maps of Valorant here today between TRX and Nongshim to start. And then these 2 squads, T1 and Paper X, and who knows, maybe
네,
they'll be facing off again.
T1의 첫 승리입니다. 버즈 선수 모시겠습니다. 예, 일로 와주세요. 네, T1's first win against Paper X at last. I'm gonna steal Buzz on stage for a post-match interview. There you go. 먼저 숨 참으면서 봤거든요. 함께 숨을 쉬어볼까요?
네, 저도 지금 숨이 안 나와가지고 다행이네요. 네.
Now I give him time to catch some breath because we were all holding our breath. What a breathtaking match. Now T1's first win against Paper X. How great does that feel? I mean, I saw Autumn smiling, Carpe and Izu high-fiving all the time. So talk to me about how great this feels. 이주 선수도 카르페 선수도 그렇고 뭐 버즈 선수도 막 이렇게 세리머니 하고 어떤 감독님도 진짜 안아주시더라고요.